Well, hello everybody. Welcome back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I'm back. I have an interesting video for you. This video is a lot of fun. It's going to be something that reminds me of my childhood. So I hope you enjoy it. These are cool, so stay with me. Okay, let's go back to when I was in high school. I used to have a little plastic thing that had liquid inside, and inside that liquid it had a little piece of metal that you could bend back and forth. It reminded me of a piece of aluminum that you could click back and forth, and it would make this weird clicking sound in the liquid, and then the liquid would crystallize and go from a fluid to a solid, and during the process of this liquid crystallizing into a solid, it produced heat. And I've been looking for those for a long time, and I finally found one. These things, folks, are cool. This is the Ultimate Survival Technologies Camp Care reusable hand warmer. I'm going to read some of the stuff on the back real quick. It says temporary warming tool. Provides up to 2 hours of heat. Heat up to 130 degrees or 54 degrees centigrade in just 15 seconds. Sodium acetate and water solution begins to warm by bending the metal activation disc inside the hand warmer. When heat runs out, warmer can be rejuvenated in boiling water. Environmentally friendly and can be reused many times. This is cool. This just brings back so many memories, and I've been looking for these, trying to find these. These things are awesome. Now, the one that I had back in high school was a little bit larger than this one, but let's rip this thing open. I've been looking for these for years. So here you got it. There's some instructions on the back. Ultimate Survival Technologies on the front. You can see the little metal disc inside. I'm going to read these directions on the back. It says activating instructions. Bend metal disc until it clicks and liquid crystallizes. Massage the hand warmer until completely crystallized. Insulate hand warmer for longer lasting heat. So you could wrap a towel around this, put it against your body, wherever you're sore, your back, your neck, whatever. And these things work good. God, I'm so excited. And then it says rejuvenating instructions. When the crystals cool but do not return to a liquid state, it's time to rejuvenate. Step number 1, bring water to a boil and then to a slow simmer. Step number 2, carefully place hand warmer in heated water. Simmer for 10 to 15 minutes or until crystals dissolve. So it's basically you do it until it becomes liquid again. Step number 4, remove from water and then allow to cool before the next use. Now, caution, do not microwave. Contents are hot after boiling or recharging. Allow to cool to room temperature before handling or reactivating. Do not puncture. Open this pouch. Do not ingest the liquid contents, and don't freeze these things. So these are cool. So you got that little metal disc floating around in there. Man, this is crazy. I'm so excited. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to crack this disc and I'm going to show you what this does. Pop. There's the disc. See that thing starting to crystallize? And then the whole time it goes, you just sit there and get that liquid going. Oh, check that out. That is so cool. Now it's fully solid. You can still massage it a little bit. There we go. And that thing is warm. Feels good because it's a little cold outside right now. And it'll last for like 2 hours. These things are cool. So check that out. It's no longer a liquid. It is a solid. It feels good. Oh man. Especially if you got cold hands. This brings back so many childhood memories. This is cool. Now, once this runs out, I'm going to show you how to rejuvenate this thing. I mean, it gets hard too, hard to the touch. Oh, my ears are cold. Puts out a lot of heat. Like it says, about 130 degrees Fahrenheit. And it's the weirdest thing I've seen. I mean, it just turns into a crystal right in front of your eyes. It's crazy. It's time to rejuvenate this thing. We're going to charge it back up, and we're going to get this baby back to the state that it was. We're going to make it back to a liquid state. So I'm going to pull out my MSR wind burner. This is a great little stove. I'm going to get everything set up, and we're going to rejuvenate this baby. So this is really cool the way this thing works. This stove, by the way, folks, is an awesome stove. This MSR wind burner is crazy cool. Make sure this valve's off. Let's get that baby lit up. Okay, there we go. I feel heat even though we can't see it. A lot of wind out today, and that's why this wind burner is the way to go. So I'm going to put about 16 ounces of water or so in there, nothing too crazy. Let's get that water going. Bring that water to a boil. It won't take long. Yeah, this thing's no longer any heat anymore. So we're going to bring the water to a boil. Once it boils, we're going to drop that baby in there, and we're going to let it do its thing until it's turned into liquid again. And you can do this over and over and over, folks. These things are awesome. They work really good. We're almost at a boil. Yeah, I had 32 ounces of water, and it's about halfway full. So that's about 16 ounces or so. And it's windy right now. Hope you're not getting any wind noise on the video. If you are, my apologies. Okay, we're almost there. Now, when I was a kid, I didn't pay attention to time or how long it boils or anything like that. All I did was I just put the thing in there and boiled it until it was in liquid state. That's what I used to do. So I have a small piece of wood here that I got. I'm going to use kind of like a stir. Get this thing up to temperature. We're almost there. And I love this MSR wind burner. You can grab it right here around the plastic part. You can grab it around the top. You can grab the handle. This stove is awesome. I take it with me to work, and whenever I want hot chocolate or coffee or anything like that, this thing boils the water really quickly. And it don't care if it's windy or not. If you take a jet boil, they do a very good job too, but when there's any kind of wind involved, they just don't perform. There we go, we're just about to boil. Obviously, you don't want to set this in the pan if you don't have, you know, water in there. Otherwise, it'll burn, scorch the bottom of it. So you don't want to do that. We are at a boil, but I want to get a good solid rolling boil, which this stove, it don't take long to do that. There we go. See that nice rolling boil? Now you can see the wind. So let's turn this baby down. We're going to drop that in there. We're just going to watch that thing come down. We're just going to boil it until it's totally liquid. And I'm turning the heat down. You can see this thing slowly kind of turning from a crystal back to a liquid. Hopefully you can see that on camera. I'm slowly seeing it. It just looks like it's getting smaller. And my apology if this video goes a little bit long, but I wanted to do this in real time so you guys can see exactly how this thing works and how long it takes. It's a very easy process. You could do this over a campfire if you had a pan or something. Yeah, I'm just waiting for that thing to turn back to liquid. Once it's completely liquid and the crystallization is gone, then we're done. Turn this down and get it to stop boiling a little bit. I think we're about there. Hopefully you can see that. That hot water's pretty much turned that thing into liquid again. Use my stick and get in there and see what we got a hold of. Okay, we still have a little bit of crystallization there, so we need to go a little bit longer. I've already turned the stove off. Let me turn that baby back on here. Just want to get rid of those crystals. We're back at a boil already in no time. Didn't take long. Wind and everything. This stove, I can't say enough about it. There's going to be more videos coming with this stove. This stove is really nice. Got there. Let's take a look. Are we done yet? Not quite, but we're almost done. See, it's still got a little bit left. We're almost there. Just a little bit more. These things are so easy to use, so easy to work, and they're very, very effective. Again, folks, my apology for this video taking so long. Almost. Getting close. Now I would guess that that's probably good. Pull this up. I've been looking for these things for a long time. Ever since I lost my last one or got rid of it or whatever happened. Okay, now you can see this thing is completely liquid again. There is no crystals in there no more. Even on the metal disc, it is completely liquid. That's what you want. Just don't crack that thing again. So that thing is done. We're going to set that down, turn the stove off. We are rejuvenated. And I'm just going to let that baby cool. We'll be back in a second. I keep my coffee kit in here. So there's that. I also keep a Bic Mini in there. That way I have ignition. Let that cool. This is already cool to the touch almost. It's still warm, but it's not hot. This stuff cools pretty quickly. This container holds quite a bit of liquid. I think it's like, what is it, 16 ounces or something? And you can put boiling hot liquids in here and it won't hurt nothing. The lid that fits the top of the stove will also fit this container here. So it's a nice little lid. Works pretty good. So the way I store this is I take my coffee press, I stick that on the bottom, I stick the bowl on there, then that part's done, and then I take my little towel here and the burner head, and that stuff goes right in there like so. My pot legs that go on my fuel canister go in there, and the last thing is the lid itself, and that baby's contained. We're done. So now all we got to do is let this cool. We'll be ready for another activation. Whenever we're cold, we want warm hands again, we'll be ready to go. I want to say thank you for joining me today on checking out this Ultimate Survival Technologies reusable hand warmer. These things don't cost that much. I think they were like $2 or something. Very inexpensive. And I'm super excited. I just can't tell you how good these things are. Now, I'm going to test this thing over and over and over. And if there's any kind of negatives to it, I will definitely do another video pointing out those issues. But if this is anything like the last one I had back in high school, it's going to serve me well. These things are awesome. I can't say it enough. I can't stress it enough. I'd highly recommend that you go out and pick one of these up. You won't be disappointed. I hope you got some good, useful information out of this video. Please feel free to leave comments down below. Like this video. Share this video. And if you like the type of content that you see on my channel, please subscribe. I'd love to have you. And until next time, folks, thanks for watching and have a beautiful day. See you next time.